Degrassi Unscripted. What's going on?
Aubrey is a total character. You see him strut into the building and, you know, his walk, his demeanor announces that he's here.
And this is where a lot of hustling goes down with me and Jake Epstein, Shane Kipple. I take people's money right here at the pool table. I'm a shark.
When you see him, you're like, this kid just has it together, and you know he's going to go places.
This tutoring room. I don't really know what's going on. Oh, this is a perfect example of how much we work. This is great. This is Degrassi Unscripted. This is unscripted. This is why it's not planned at all.
I think it must be a little bit of a facade, I hope. Otherwise, that's a little nerve-wracking to have that sort of self-possession at that age.
Dressing rooms, Cassie Steele, and wow, there's a lot of girls here. This is my dressing room. There's a lot of girls here today.
Jimmy was really just a good guy. He was just like, you know, a sport playing, sort of rich, good guy. And he wasn't, and I'd say the first season he wasn't much more than that. But what we realized is that we had an amazing actor in Aubrey who was like so charismatic and could do a lot more than just that. He didn't just have to be the stereotypical jock guy.
We knew that Jimmy and Spinner were good from season one. They had a few moments together, and we knew, in fact, they had an episode or two together. We knew they had a chemistry. So going into season two, we really aimed to expand on that and really work with it.
Like, let's say I do the dancing, you do the music. You don't want me to break?
I'll tell you exactly where, for me, Jimmy and Spinner totally became it.
You want the spotlight all to yourself.
They're fighting over, I think, a breakdancing competition.
Spin, you move like a wounded polar bear, buddy.
Spinner's like,
Sorry.
oh, polar bears are white. I get it. This is a racism thing.
I'm not saying you can't dance because you're white. I'm saying you can't dance because you suck.
It was just magic, and Aubrey's timing on it is just beautiful.
You can't handle the truth!
Out of anybody on set, I'd say that me and Shane definitely had the chemistry.
There's not one thing I don't like about him. We've never had any issue. We've always been completely open with each other.
You stink up the change room. Shrimp and B.O.
There's way too many jokes going on. We're completely unprofessional. It's ridiculous. But it comes across on screen as natural.
I don't know. There's something about him that you'll just fall in love with.
He's got charm just trailing behind him on the floor, and you can see that on screen, but I think he's got even more in real life, which is scary.
One of the first scenes we ever had together at the very beginning, like in first season, was where we had to kiss, and I remember it was so awkward. I think as a kisser, Aubrey's an 11 out of 10, even though it was like 2 seconds long.
You guys need anything, keep up your energy and fluids. I always enjoy the kissing scenes. I'm like, yeah, I get to get a little action in, and it just comes with the job, man. I love it. It's great.
He comes off very smooth and very suave, which he is. But he is hysterical. He has such a killer sense of humor.
I'm not a ball player. I'm already out of breath. You've seen the dingy living conditions that we maintain upstairs. Now, this is like corporate Canada here. This is like this is the plush. This is the lavish, the luxurious offices of those that work in production. I like to bother the important people here because that's the most fun. What up, Ken?
Oh, what's up?
What up, G?
Now, pop back here, man. Let me drop some science. I'm Aubrey. Finest actor in the cast. Best actor in the world. This is a dude I originally wanted to cast in Jersey Girl. Would have worked out a lot better than it worked out for us. I said, give me Aubrey because he's awesome. And they said, sorry, he's going to be crippled on the grass.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Had no chance. So this is the guy you want to follow. Unscripted.
Appreciate that, man.
Completely unscripted.
That touches me right here.
What was that kid's name again?
Everybody here is real cool. I just want to pretend like we have some like big people in suits and can be. I mean, look, like really and truly.
I got a stress buster because I got to work with him. Can you believe this?
Anyways, let's get back to work. Okay. What's that? What is this about? Hold on, Robertson, what's up? All right, we're done.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Okay, you guys just fine. It's all right. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, okay? You're all right.
After 3 seasons of seeing what an amazing job Aubrey could do, we realized that in 4th season he needed his own big storyline.
When I was first told that I was going to be shot, one of the initial questions I had was, do I die?
He, as a character, was all about his body and athletics, and when you take that away from a character and make them reconceive themselves, it's something very interesting to watch on screen.
Is that real?
He pretended to be my friend.
At our premiere in Toronto, when we aired that episode, I was sitting next to Aubrey, and I was watching him, and very believably get shot.
I was on the edge of my seat. Everyone was on the edge of their seat.
I remember I just like put my arms around him, and I was just like, it was very scary.
That had me bawling. I thought that the scene in the hallway where he gets shot was just so beautifully done, and he's a really, really impressive actor.
Your nurse called. Furious. So what are you gonna do? Ground me?
I saw it as a challenge, so I did my research, and I actually took a kid that was in a wheelchair. I took him out and tried to understand how difficult it is to be mobile and live life as if nothing was wrong. This is the wheelchair that I use on set. Titanium, it's real light. The gloves, so I don't get, rough skin. I like to keep it real baby soft. You start at down bottom, at the bottom of the barrel, feeling-wise, emotionally. It's been a challenge to claim this as my own. And then you rise up, slowly but surely, because you realize that I could sit here and I could, not live my life, and I could live in sorrow, or I could just accept the cards I've been dealt. To become Mr. Mobility, as they call me on set, I've had to put in some work, so I'll show you what I can do.
The great thing about Aubrey is that Aubrey never plays it like a victim. And Aubrey I don't think ever could play it as a victim, because Aubrey is way too full of life, and he's put that into Jimmy very smartly, and that's been a very great decision on Aubrey's part to portray Jimmy in the wheelchair with a zest for life.
We have to work the wheels, but you can just turn and miss things, and, you learn how to use it. It becomes natural. I'm always, moving and pumping, and, so maybe one day I'll be big, strong, be like Vin Diesel style, but now I'm just me. I didn't get a haircut today, so this is what happens when you don't get your hair lined up.
Okay, might as well, yeah.
So right now we are shooting the prom scene, and usually prom happens like June, July, well, summertime basically. And it's clearly winter out here. As you can see, I got my park on, so keep your eyes open. Watch for it. Okay, so you've officially seen my life, you've been hanging out with me, but you can't go anywhere just yet, because coming up next, we have a sneak peek at a new, never-before-seen Degrassi episode. So stay tuned.